Hey fellas, I just wanted to have a quick word with you today about orientation no matter where you go. Okay, back in my day when you could learn to truck, you could get your CDL. If you was coming out of the military, there wasn't a CDL really. It was a new thing in the works. And or you get grandfathered in like I did. It wasn't schools. I mean, they were there, but nobody went to them except for, I don't know who the hell went. Country people didn't go to them. But now everything's different. If you're going to an orientation now, and I've only actually been to 3 orientations in my life because I was, running my own authority or working for small independent carriers, running at least my truck on. But if you're going to these mega carriers now, they're very detailed, and they're running through so many people through their classes that they don't have a lot of time in some ways to be as detailed on some things, or things get lost in the shuffle. And you're going to find people at these orientations that are jaded. They've already been at 9,000 carriers. They switch jobs every year or every month or whatever they do, right? Another thing, don't switch jobs very often. That's real bad on you. But they're jaded, and you're going to get together with them in the rooms or in the smoking areas or in a van going to urinalysis or whatever, and they're going to have horror stories sometimes. Watch those people and take them with a grain of salt, everything they say, because you're going to find that a lot of them have created their own horror stories. The companies will definitely help them create horror stories too, but be wary of them. If they're saying, hey, let's go out and get a beer, you might like to have a beer, but tonight ain't the time to go have a beer. Wait till you get home. Or let's go over to the gentleman's club. Just stay out of anything that can get you in trouble. Ask questions during orientations and take notes on everything. But don't be one of those guys that annoys everyone. You do want to know some stuff. But it's okay to ask some drivers that are already there, that's been there for a while and stuff. Especially if you're going out on a trainer's truck, he should teach you everything. And if they send you out with a trainer and he's only using you as a logbook so he can get the extra miles, request to get off that truck with that trainer. Because training is the most important thing for you at these companies, to learn safety. And a lot of times you'll say that things you might not say it, but you'll think it. Oh, that's an oxymoron because you just told me yesterday to do this, and today you're telling me to do this. This is a job that in many different scenarios, one thing or another applies. On this day, you might have to do this, but on this day, for safety reasons, you might need to do this. Like aggressive driving. Sometimes you might have to drive aggressively for a moment to get out of the situation, right? Because you see something developing ahead of you. Once you get out with your trainer, after you've done your orientation, and just the best thing in orientation is to keep a low profile, show up dressed professionally, and do your job. Because your job is just to get through orientation. Once you get out there with that trainer, you soak up everything he has to say. And if he only has a little bit of experience, you maybe, depending on what company you're with, you might have to go with someone that doesn't have a lot of experience. But if he doesn't have a lot of experience, find somebody that does to talk to. I mean, some people don't have a clue on how to properly go down a mountain. They wasn't taught the right way. Some people don't have a clue on how to properly fuel. You'll see them on YouTube telling you how to do things. That's okay. They're good guys. They're well-meaning. But that doesn't mean they know all. I don't know all. And I think my kids think I know everything. I foster that thought in their head, right? But I don't. But I try. And I try to learn everything I can every day. But don't let these experiences be a bad experience for you. Don't let it sire you to the company, whatever company you're with. When you decide to go, if you decide to go, leave the proper way. If you're going through somewhere where they're going to actually pay for your training, That's a big savings, so you've got to look at all your options. But be positive, because what you bring to this game is what you get out of it in the end. Don't let them break your nuts. Just don't let it happen. Be positive at all times. Smile. When you go into a shipper or a receiver, be professional. I support flip-flops, but not going into the shipper or the receiver, okay? When you're in the desert, 118 degrees, wear your flip-flops. When you're going in there, wear your shoes. Don't wear your pajamas in there either. These things look bad on you and every driver in your company. You know how to do it. You watch television. You've seen people act like adults, right? Well, this is adult time. But just don't fall into the trap of negativity. So a lot of the guys that will come to your orientation, like I said, have been to other orientations and they're already negative. They come in with a negative, I've seen it all, this is going to be just as much crap as the last one, right? They have. But they shouldn't have that attitude, because they're already poisoning their own well. But they're poisoning your well too. So, thumbs up. Have a great day. Be positive. It's all going to be okay. It's just another day.